Hello, my name's Steve from St. Peter's, and this is the thought for the week. I'd like to talk just for a few minutes about gifts and why am I here and what am I here for. Very highbrow subjects possibly, and many people have written books about that, people far more intelligent than I am. And indeed nowadays you'll find the internet is full of gurus who will quite happily tell you how to get the most out of life. But have you ever considered that you were created to add to life on earth, not take from it? I've been reading Rick Warren's Purpose Driven Life book. I'd like to take a few minutes to share some of the ideas and thoughts that have jumped off the pages and struck a chord with me. Maybe they might do the same for you and give you something to think about. The first point is that we were created to serve God and not the other way around. In the New Testament and in the Old Testament, we're told that before we were even born or formed in the womb, God knew us, and we were set apart for a special work that God created for us, a life of good deeds which He has prepared for us in advance. That's obviously a big paraphrase. But in other words, we've been set on this planet for an assignment set by God. We were called and made to serve God. Serving God is often called ministry, but we shouldn't confuse that term to mean something that just vicars and priests are involved in. Ministry is something we're all, as Christians, involved in. So the question may be, well, what is my ministry? What's my calling? What is my service? Well, if God knew us before we were born and created us in the womb, don't you think He's already given us the abilities we need to serve Him and complete the tasks He wants us to do? Your DNA was set in such a way to make you the way you are, because God had in mind a special ministry for you. Paul's letter to the churches talks a lot about gifts and their uses in the church. But to summarise, God has given us gifts to serve the church, serve the body of Christ, serve other people. So a few points that come out of that then. We can't earn these gifts. That's why they're called gifts. You don't work to deserve them. You don't deserve them. You can't do anything to earn them. They're freely given by God. They're given for the benefit of others, not you. You're there to serve the church. And if others don't use those gifts, you're cheated. And if you don't use your gifts, then they get shortchanged. So it's important that we find our area of ministry where our gifts are best used. So how might you do that? Well, just a couple of points. What do you instinctively care about? There must be some things that really stir your interest, while others just pass you by. In other words, what are you passionate about? So that's an area where you might serve in. Because if you're passionate about something, you'll probably enjoy it. And if you enjoy doing it, you'll probably be good at it. The time will just fly past. It won't feel like a waste of time or a burden. So find something you enjoy and you're passionate about. If none of those brings a subject to mind, then consider volunteering for some activity where there's a need. Because you may find when you get on to doing it, you actually do enjoy it and you'll be good at it. So maybe it might be like volunteering to serve somewhere to see if it's something you enjoy. It may be teaching, leading, organising, playing an instrument, singing, working with young people, working in the food bank. If we're given a gift and we just leave it on the shelf unopened, it doesn't do you or anybody any good. If the giver knew that you hadn't even opened the gift, I think they'd be pretty disappointed. So a gift is no good, it's no use if it's not opened. It's worthless. So let's reflect on the fact that God made us for a purpose. He made us in such a way that we can achieve that purpose. And let's open those gifts and use them for His purposes in the church. God bless.